Welcome back. Today we are talking about the Scania and white drivers like it so much. Let's get into it. So I'm having a sort of a race with a friend who works here at the same company as me, and we both loaded from Manchester, and I'm curious to see which one of us got here first. We are in Stoke now. I mean, it's not necessarily a race between the trucks because we are both driving the same Scanias, but it's more of who's the last one and who's the first one, you know what I mean, right? And we both agree we should call one another when we left our loading places, and I didn't call him, and I'm sure if he were to be loaded before me, he wouldn't call either. Because we just want to see each other's faces when we get there, and one of us is already being tipped. So let's see, are we first or are we last? What a loser! He's not here. Loser! I can't wait till he gets here. I cannot wait. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Oh, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Oh yeah. Loser! Thank you, thank you. Alright, so I got a green light. We already tipped, and my friend is still not here. His load actually got cancelled. So I don't know what to say. Is it lucky him or poor company because they lost the load? But it is what it is. Because after 2 hours they only put one pallet on him, so that's just not the way to do things. So as a safety measure we have to unplug the air line here. Let's plug it back in. And we can head out. So let's just take a second here and listen to the gearbox, how it behaves and how it's changing gears. my opinion, is just perfect. The way it selects gears just before the roundabouts, in the roundabouts, when you're gonna start rolling, is just perfect. Some people will prefer the Volvo, but I would say they are very, very, very close, the Volvo and the Scania. As some people will say, the perfect truck is a Scania with a Volvo gearbox, and I do not blame them. It's almost perfect. Tight roundabouts, no problem. Anyone who's near you will slow down. They see you, you're in a Scania, you have the right of way. Doesn't matter where you're going, left, right, straight ahead or backwards. When you see some police, don't have to worry, you're in a Scania, nothing to be worried about. You can continue your journey. If they're gonna tell you to stop, you can just salute back and just crack on. Rejoining a busy motorway could not be easier. Of course, they've already seen you, everybody sees your mirrors, you're in the Scania, you have the right of way. If you wanna pull the signals that you're pulling in, it's fine by me, but you don't have to do it, because anyway, anyone will just get out of the way, because they see you, of course, you're in the Scania, so no problems whatsoever. Of course, the only trucks that will overtake you are the Irish boys, or all Volvos or DAFs, which are probably on magnet, or some of the Irish boys who just fly by with 60 miles an hour, and you're all wondering, how the hell is that truck that fast? And then you see the Reg, he's from Ireland, and we are all like, well, you know, he's Irish, he's got a long way to go, probably has to catch a ferry or something, so yeah, just let him go. And of course that lane number 1 is reserved for slow moving vehicles, but when you're in a Scania or an S-Line 500, you're not supposed to be in lane 1. Lane number 2 is reserved for Scania, so just remember, 2, S, yeah, they are very similar, almost the same shape, so it's easy to remember. You have to be on lane number 2. You're not slow, you're in a Scania, and even if you're slow, who cares, you're in a Scania. Me, I'm not quite there yet. I'm still learning on how to drive these Scanias, so that's why you see me on lane number 1, but I'm sure that in a couple of days I will advance and choose and pick lane number 2 as my favorite lane. Talking a bit about the interior, where everything is just exactly where it should be. Right on your reach, right here. The tacho is up there, but you don't have to use the tacho, only when you're on brake or doing whatever, when you're getting out of the cab. The steering wheel is perfect, all leather. It's got this nice thing right here. The perfect shape, perfect shape. The signal controllers are just the right size, just in the right place. Everything, in my opinion, is perfect. And the sound system, it is amazing. It's the same sound system as you would have in a small car. I think it's far better than some of the cars. Ventilation, perfect. I think it's the same ventilation from a Golf, because actually it's a bigger Passat, this, because it's owned by Volkswagen, right? So I think they took everything from the cars and integrated them into the trucks, which is, if you ask me, great. It's perfect. You have loud sound system, finally some bass in them, because if you're listening to music in a Merc or in a DAF, or even worse, an Iveco or a Renault, Oh my god, I never listen to music in all those trucks. The Renault has one speaker right here on top somewhere, and the radio controls as well. Somewhere over there, you can't reach them. Of course you have some things on your steering wheel, but who knows how to use them? You just don't. Had to read that manual. I had a review on the Renault. It's about 500 pages and just one language. It's impossible. So as you see, finally I'm advancing to lane number 2. I'm just overtaking everybody. I'm the fastest truck when not on magnet. Even this, look, it's a Scania, but it's still slow because it's not an S500. I'm S500. Just stay on the road. Oh, stay on the road. Don't have to be afraid. Just focus. I know it's looking cool, but come on, stay on the road. Nah. It's an R460. Poor guy. Now you might hear some squeaky noise around here in the cab. You hear it, right? So that noise is coming from the fridge. Actually, there is a sensor on the fridge which tells me, which reminds me that the fridge is empty, so I have to fill it with something. And unfortunately for me, nothing has fell off from the trailer today, so I can't put anything in it. So maybe from tomorrow on I will be more luckier. Of course, the creme de la creme, the speciality, the Scania driver's best move, and is the favorite and the best thing of all, is to flash another driver to go back into its lane. That is the best thing ever. These Scanias have 4 LED lights which are so bright that during the night the driver in front, who I'm gonna flash to go back in, will either think that he just had an X-ray or a speed camera just flashed at him. Of course you can turn the lights off. You can only leave the main lights when you're gonna flash. You can select both of them to run when you flash, so the top and the middle ones, or just switch them off and leave only the beam, the main beam, to flash. But I mean, if the lights are there, why won't you use them? Why? I mean, you have to remind the driver that had just gone past you that you're in a Scania, and he on that Renault does not have this kind of light technology. So remember that. Remember. So that is the Scania signature move, as I call it. Flash, flash, bang, bang, X-ray or speed camera, or it's a Scania. Yeah, one of those. As you can probably see, I am advancing of becoming a Scania driver. I'm slowly picking lane number 2, which is from Scania, yeah, 2S Scania. And just stay here, just let the rest of the traffic go by on your left. I mean, this is just the right thing to do. Anyway, in just a couple of miles, the left lane will split into another turn of the motorway, but still it's a pretty awesome maneuver. The Morrison truck, poor guy, what's he thinking? Look at this Scania going 65 miles an hour. Oh, the white transit vans. I wonder what's he thinking seeing me in the Scania behind him. Maybe he's just thinking, is that the new Transit? That looks nice. No, it's the Scania. So move over before I X-ray you. Look at this nightmare. I know I should have stayed on this lane. All the other drivers just getting in my way. Unbelievable. That's why you should choose lane number 2. Remember this, lane number 2 is for Scania. Ha, the Kamak truck. Jesus! I mean, how fuel efficient can you be? Driving 50 miles an hour. That's not very time critical. Logistic through innovation. What innovation? You're doing 50! Jesus Christ. Oh, kill me now. I am suffering. I am really suffering. So I'm on the roadworks and I have to stay on this lane because my exit is the next one, and I have to go out of the motorway, and I'm stuck here behind this Montgomery doing 45. This is just embarrassing. Just embarrassing. I'm stuck behind the slow moving vehicles. Absolutely embarrassed. Just hope no one sees me. Let me just pull this. Better. Now no one can see me. Roundabout approaching, so let's see if people will notice the huge Scania logo and let us just pass. This guy in the Peugeot clearly didn't see the logo. I'll forgive you this time, but just be more careful. Maybe I should flash him so he thinks he caught a speed camera. A couple of boys just checking out the truck. Of course. It's a badass truck. There he is, my idiot friend. You're on TV. I don't know about you, but that's why I like the Scania. And that was sarcasm. See you next time.